Hi, welcome to my channel, Grit, Grind and Gratitude, where we talk to micro entrepreneurs about their journey of becoming a micro entrepreneur and walking that path. Grit, Grind and Gratitude shares stories of resilience, of purpose, and values led entrepreneurs who are shaping their futures boldly. Hi, Maimuna. Welcome to Grit, Grind and Gratitude. It's our pleasure to have a Forbes under 30. We don't get people like you every day. So I'm really in gratitude for that opportunity, for you agreeing to be on our guest and helping other micro entrepreneurs get inspired by your journey. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Deepa. I think you are very kind to offer this opportunity right when we connected. I think you have an eye for spotting talent, and I think those are the people who make impossible happen in our society. So I'm really grateful to be here.
Thank you so much. Tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us what your business is all about. Tell us about that part of the journey, how you would want the world to know you.
I think by now it's almost everywhere, but I believe our journey and my journey personally started at school when I used to be amongst really great, class fellows around the ecosystem, because we would have this nature of competitiveness, the healthy competitiveness around who would be the best in everything that they do. I would have great inspirational seniors to look up to, and I would always wonder what would drive them, what was their purpose of life. And I would go back to my own drawing board like it was a notebook that I would scribble my ambition, my goal. What do I want to do in life? I would go back in my notebook. I think today's time, people call it the vision board. I didn't have the privilege of understanding what a vision board back then was. I was just a high school kid, 12 years old, 13 years old. But one thing that I was very clear about was the fact that I wanted to do something important in the world. I was sent on a mission. I wanted to make an impact happen. And I knew that it had to be within this beautiful country, because when I looked outside my classroom, I would see the leadership that was leading this beautiful country. And His Highness Sheikh Mohammed has this beautiful phrase that was so popular when we were in school, that impossible is I am possible. And like in UAE, there's no such thing as impossible. That would give you this booster energy that, anything ambitious is possible here. I can make crazy dreams happen. And that kind of sets the tone from an environment perspective, and from an internal mind space. All I knew back in the day was I was meant for something big, but I didn't know what it was until I went into university. I finished my entire course. I became a student of the years. My professor, who was back in the day the lead head of the department, she spotted something in me, and she would right before my graduation, she would come and say, Maimuna, what's your plan next? And I would say, I think of working in one of the biggest organizations, because I've got the scores for it. I'll end up creating crazy design concept, because I have a design background. I was like, I'll do the craziest and I'll probably become the next Zaha Hadid. And she would look at me and she'd like, And she's like, I'm going to look out for what you're going to do. And then after a week later, she would again come back and say, what are you onto? And I'm like, I'm looking for opportunities, right? She's like, why don't you become an entrepreneur? Like, why don't you start a business? I said to her, you think I can do a business? I have no resources to do a business. Like, why do you say that? She's like, I think there is a way to do business without any resources. And I said, it's not even a possibility, because doing a business is definitely something I've seen my dad do. He is entrepreneurial in nature as well. But all I knew was you would need a lot of cash, you would need a lot of like infrastructure in place and manpower, so many things that goes into building a business, right? But definitely the idea wasn't alien. Like I knew at one point I would end up choosing that pathway because I love creating. I know that to create an impact, you have to have the ownership or the power to do so. And then she took me to the incubation center of my university and told the head of incubation that I needed to meet her and see a spark that will allow her to, become a business person. And she would give me a challenge. Go and think of an idea. Go and think of an idea. Come solve a problem. Because we are problem solvers as designers, correct? So we always see an opportunity in a problem. But for that opportunity to come, you first need to find the problem. And that's where the spark started towards whatever I'm doing today. Alhamdulillah.
So tell us about Pupilar, tell us about the other venture that you have and this amazing work that you bring to the world in empowering youth to create employment for them.
Thank you for that. I know that when we started back in university, the direction I was taking was what was personally bothering to me and my class fellows. I believe what I knew for a fact that for something incredible to happen in the world, you have to stick with it for a long time, and it has to matter enough for you to choose it for the longest period of time. So if I was doing something out of just blue moon wishful feeling, I know that within a year or two, when hard moments hit you, I would have just left it, and I wouldn't have continued for so long. So the matter that really pained, that was such a painful moment for me. Remember I told you I was like the star student and then I was thinking I would end up in a great organization. Guess what? It didn't happen. 6 months passed by, a year passed by, and I was so mad and agitated at the fact that there were dreams and hopes that were being promised and shown to you as a young person, but when you come to reality, it's completely different. You needed to have those privileges that you would have if you were from a higher class of society. No shade on them. I believe everybody is born with a certain privilege in the world, but what I meant is opportunities like basic life necessity, like a job, is supposed to come to you based on merit or the good you can bring on the table. And when I saw that it was not just my story, it was a story of my class fellows, 40 plus of them, I stopped and I said, you know what, if I really had to solve a problem, I would solve the employability problem of the country. And I figured that it wasn't a talent shortage issue because I was a talent and I wasn't that untrained, like they say, right? You have to still upskill yourself, probably need more courses. No, I had the skill, I had the training, I had it all, and yet I would not get the opportunity. So the problem we detected was the system was broken. And when I realized that, I went and I pitched my pain to my business partner, Aksa Khalifa. I told her, look, I'm looking at this world in this way. When I first met her and I said all of this to her, she was actually doing a direction for a theater that my university was trying to launch, and she was busy being the director of that particular performance. But when I came in, she gave importance to whatever I said, but nothing went through in her head, apparently. Like, I got to know that later. She's like, yeah, okay, let's talk about it again. That many years later, that the first time I met her and I pitched her the business, she actually didn't process it. And then we met again and we spoke about it, and then we were in, and obviously she had her own personal reasons of why she wanted to be part of the purpose. And I love the fact that she's an incredible human. If she says yes to something, she lives by it, and she also makes sure that it's a yes that comes from a purpose that she aligns with, and otherwise it wouldn't, of course, run through for so long. And I think that once we got together, we became a powerful force towards this mission of employability. We were head straight on the problem. We are not people who sit and complain. We're people who go out there and resolve problems. We created the UAE's biggest youth career community today. In 5 years, it's the biggest community that has access to all Emirates young talent under one roof for organizations to come and work with us. We create programs, initiatives that break the stereotype of detecting talent based on CV. Today, through the work that we do, talents get detected through networking, through challenges, through projects, through skill sets. So for us, it's such an honor that we have created created a space for something like this to exist through conversations we're having with decision makers. And we realize that there's so many people who want to support and extend this to the world. And outside the bubble, we used to think, no, they don't want to listen, but honestly, they do want to listen. And in the second year run of this business of Pupilar, we also, both me and Aksa and Azim, our third partner, we gave birth to another company called Easy Car Events. This was more aligned with, personally for me, my design dreams, because I'm a designer and I love people. Great, I'm doing a people business with Pupilar, but if I don't have an energy to channel my creative thinking and design practices, I would feel bottled up. So I think one of the exercises we did, me and Aksa, was that if we were to start another business, what would that look like? And for me, I always wanted to be a designer with vehicles, like vehicle interiors was something I would be very passionate about. But obviously I need funds to do, that is a business you need funds for. But somehow we found a way, and we came with this concept of doing, special days for people, pop-up events within vehicles. And that's when we started a whole business that was allowing vintage cars to turn into activation and events, turning vintage cars into photo booth, turning vintage cars into a karaoke. You can come, have a fantastic moment, and brands can rebrand it, create their own activations. We are the ones and only ones in the country who do this. So both the businesses are very unique and has a very unique touch to it. But yeah, that's where we are at right now.
Wow, cool.
Yes.
I did mention to you that I come from a Suzuki background, and, so it's very interesting to see that you are into automobile interior design, because
I
that's,
absolutely love it.
yeah, that's one thing that really appeals to me when you sit in a car A and a car B. Outside, of course, it ceases to exist what the outside is. The outside is visible to people who are driving along with you, like in the sense on the road. They can see the outside. But once you're inside the car, it's the inside dynamics, the way small, simple things, how they feel seamless, how they feel chic so that really makes a difference.
Right.
Also,
I see it as like a mini house that you carry on the road.
absolutely, absolutely. And given the fact that people are sitting in traffic for 1.5 hours, driving from here to Sharjah, I'm in JLT, and it really matters. And I love going on long drives as well. So it's me, my car, my thoughts, and my music. So anyways, back to this. So it's amazing. So what kind of demarcation of responsibility is there between you and Aksa in case of Pupilar, and in case of the automobiles part of it, the automobiles business? Azim as well is there. So how do you distribute work responsibilities, and is it seamless? Is it strengths based? How is it like?
I think for Pupilar, it's a bit more streamlined over years now. But obviously, in the beginning, both the businesses would just do whatever came by in the way, based on the strength that we would have. We would automatically pick it up and just go do it. But eventually, for growth purpose, we did naturally see a couple of our rhythm and then, dissect responsibilities. So for me, I know that we used to use these titles like I'll be the CEO and you'll be the COO, because she's great with operations and very great with, great level of master executional partnerships and how I can grow things. Like I have a very simple metric of launch fast, fail fast, and then go into the depth of things. That helps you bring concepts to life quickly, and that's my key strength. If you give me something, I'll make sure it's done in whatever timeline I need to. And then after that, you master the perfection of it and then bring it to life. Oh yes. But initially it was more like we do whatever came by. Strength was defining it over years. Today we do have a clear direction. Like I do mostly partnerships. I take care of product innovation as well. For me, my core interest also lies around how do I see the technology take over everything we're doing at Pupilar from the perspective of expansion across borders. I'm very passionate about that. And for Aksa, she takes care of operations, marketing, directions, directing things. And I recently, I think I didn't mention, we've launched something called the Next Gen Talent Festival. The first edition happened this year in it was in May 31st, and it was the culmination of uniting the entire talent ecosystem of UAE under one roof. So initially, it was my responsibility to make it happen in 3.5 weeks. We did it. It was the most successful momentum that we created in the history of UAE. And the next edition is in 2026. It's bigger, 2 times bigger. Now I've given the project over to Aksa to be the director and take it to its absolute best. She's fantastic and phenomenal with details and creating an organizational structure. She's great with all of it. People management as well. So yeah, initially I would do hiring, finance, tech, partnerships. She would do marketing, ops. I think she would also take care of everything that was in between that you don't even get to put a job title to, like designing the decks or, any problem anyone has, solving them and she would also say, I don't even have a title for things I do. And I said, that's the beauty of the person you are. You can expand yourself and do things beyond title. And for, I think, the other business, it's me who, again, the same way it started, the same way. I would take care of people management, creative direction, and I would also take care of finance, like partnerships. Eventually, when Azim came in, he would take care of expansion, sales, like operation, partnerships. Aksa comes from a structural point, like creating structures, marketing again, and I have given over finance to her. Like we are exploring different strengths, and right now I'm focusing majorly in creative direction. So I'm the creative director, so all the creative execution happens from my end. And our first production happened 2 weeks ago in F1, Formula 1.
Wow.
We put up 10 by 10 meters, 10 square meters worth of activation that was from scratch, my idea, executed in I think 1 month, I would say 4 weeks. But it was something that was a child, like a dream, executed with the vehicle. It was my first production project as well, wherein I'm just focusing on creative direction and creating more portfolio for the business where I can add value with the strengths that I have, because I'm also an interior designer. So I can read construction drawing, I can direct the team, I can really read what is technically going wrong, right? It's weird that I have so many other sides to me, but you the blessing of having 2 businesses is that we can flip roles and say, I don't want to do this here, you do this here, let me do this something completely different. So
and that's also the beauty of having such strong relationships and understanding with your partners, be it Aqsa or Azim, that you can fall back, because you need to have fallbacks, you need to have that fallbacks. And I wanted to ask you, that leads me to the question, because I can imagine when you are creating an event, it's like it's all consuming the energy. You are completely consumed, you're breathing, dreaming, and every waking minute creating that dream, as a possibility. Tell me, how do you fill up your energy bucket?
Very deep question. Very, very deep question. I love the question, but it also makes me reflect. I think for me, my energy fuel comes from faith most of the time. I think I connect to bigger purpose, bigger reason of doing things. Because one reality is, in the process of doing these events, is also people management, people relationships. It really gets difficult sometimes if you didn't have a bigger purpose that you're aligning to even forgive people, right? Because it can happen that you can be hurt, you could be misunderstood, you could be not aligned, or there are a lot of people problems, I would say, more than product problems. So at least at the early stage. So one thing that I think fuels constantly my energy is faith-led beliefs, faith-led values, and reconnecting myself with people that have wisdom above my bandwidth. As in, I love taking coffee, or I don't do coffee, I do juices, but they have coffee. But coffee is a very quicker term to understand. But I meet up with people who can be advisor without the official title of being an advisor. For example, I'll meet up with an older colleague or an older network of mine, just to have a conversation around things that happens without revealing the details, of course, where I'll see and seek wisdom. So for me, that also adds to the picture of expanding my knowledge, and obviously keep looking out for the bests in the industry, in social media space as well, to see how would they deal with the situation should they ever come across one. So for me, that constant learning is very important, and obviously reminding of why I'm doing any of these from a very faith-led perspective, to say I have a bigger mission that I have been sent for, and petty little issues should never be something that should be an obstacle to stop me.
It's a beautiful it's a beautiful saying. Even we have that every grain of rice comes with the name written of the person who's going to eat it, so, and I know it's like a risk in Islam, it's called rizq or something like that. Yeah. So it's so beautiful that we are part of the larger scheme of things. And I'm a chaser of mornings, sunrises, and that really fills my energy up. Cool. Changing stack, kind of changing a bit of a gear there, and asking you about what are your high points of running this business of Pupilar for the last, I know there are many, there are many in that, especially you're like out there, but tell us about the high points of either, two things that stand out for you.
I think the high number one would be the finding my business partner, Aqsa Khalifa. That's number one. The second would be Forbes 30 Under 30 announcement happened on 18th November 2024, which was 18th November 2019, exact date when we started Pupilar.
Wow.
It was so coincidental, and I didn't even know it was in the news, and I got a call and was like, wait, what, is this real? For us, it was also a moment we were going into the lowest moment of Pupilar, where we were questioning our purpose, our continuity, our impact, and we're like, are we really doing what we were meant to do in this space. And it felt like it was a reaffirmation from heaven to say that you shouldn't stop, you have to go on. And we got this public visibility, so now you're like accountable, and you're accountable, let's put it there. And then it's also a reminder that it is going to happen, it's just taking time. And that was like the next highest moment for me. And obviously there are many, but these two, I would pick them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Tell me about the challenges. That also, I'm sure they came in dozens. But tell me about the top 2, 3 challenges during the journey.
I say that in the journey of Pupilar, we had 100 challenges, and in 5 years, we've scraped off 99 of them except one that is yet going on, and it's something we're looking forward to see hopefully resolve soon, inshallah. So the top 2 I would pick would be, I think, having zero visibility of us, or like no credibility, visibility kind of issue. Like, who are you? 2 young kids, 2 young girls doing something crazy like this in the midst of HR and highly professional and experienced individuals. You're coming and you're trying to change an entire ecosystem. Who are you? Like, and that was something constantly we had to come to terms with. Who are we? Like, why should people believe us? What's the credibility we carry? The number 2 would be the financial struggle of, I think, not knowing how much to charge, what's the business model to be, what's the service that we should stick for the longest. And then also asking people to convert for something that they see as a CSR or an NGO initiative. It has so much mindset issue that we were facing, as in people would see young people, anything to do with young employability, at CSR objective driven work, which then kind of curbs down business conversation, saying it's a nice to have, it's not a must have. So it then, obviously, we are the only organization that focuses on young talent in the space of employability, from an advisory to programming and whatnot. But at the end, we make our risk out of it. If you say no, and you think it's just a nice have, for us, it's like, what's the plan B of making money to survive, right? So financial struggles were there, and it still exists from a model of recurringness of things. So we still are in the process of solving it. That is the only problem that's pending to solve. But everything else, alhamdulillah, we solved it. We're all good.
Very good. That brings me to the last question, which is around, if you reflect on your journey from the last 5 years, what is the nuggets of wisdom or advice that you want to give to people who are either sitting on their dream projects, passion projects, not able to get the courage to jump off either the entrepreneurship or, just start it? What is that advice, 1 or 2 things that you want them to be mindful of borrowing from your learnings of the last 5 years?
It's very exciting in the beginning, but consistency and grit is what keeps you going. Make sure your purpose is very clear to you, because you'll have a million reasons to leave, right? But if you know what you're signing it up for, what your bigger picture is, you will find the grit to stay, and your progress is going to be shown to yourself through the consistent effort that you put up, with which you will reach where you are going to have to reach. It's not about who's more intelligent in the room. It's literally about who has an idea and who's got to execution. And you could be the dumbest person in the world, but if you just constantly show up and keep doing it, you will beat the most intelligent person in the room. I think that's the case with us in Pupilar. And it was because even with the other business, EV car events, we are the only, in both the business, we're the only ones doing whatever we're doing. So initially, there was such a big phase of proving the concept in the minds of people, explaining them in very simple terms. We would always start with this complex idea, oh, I can do this, puzzle. But because we received feedback from the public, eventually we drizzled down and created one product in both businesses that is super easy to sell today. But trust me, if we were expecting this 5 years back, for us to know it, we wouldn't know. We had to go through the realm of time to discover it for ourselves. So for Pupilar, if I had the conversation today, what are you guys doing? I say we are building the biggest talent ecosystem through Next Gen Career Festival. Upcoming years, if you are interested, join, partner, sponsor, do whatever. Simple, very easy to understand. But to reach there, we needed 5 years of struggle, study, on-ground, realities, checkpoints. When it comes to easy, we say we take vintage van and convert it into your story, activate it like a photo booth, create an activation that engages your visitors with vintage cars. This product didn't exist in day one, and it was a very complicated concept. So to us, reaching to even a solution of one-liner. What is the one-liner of your business? What is the business model? How do you make money recurringly? All of it came as a byproduct of consistency. Consistently, we kept doing what we had to do, pivoted when we needed to, learned, changed our ways, but never gave up. Don't quit. If you quit, you wouldn't know better.
Yeah, beautiful. Maimuna, your energy is, I just love the spark in your eyes. I love the energy that you bring forth. There's so much of, what's the word? There's so much of like an old soul feeling when I talk to you. It's like the wise person who's been through that, and it defies the age that you are at. I'm wondering what you will be when you're 50, It's just so amazing, and the calm and I think because you're connected so deeply to your faith, I think that's what brings forth the it's called Therav in Hindi. It's like a feeling of groundedness that's there in your energy. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for your time and taking time out to speak to us, to inspire our listeners. And also, the journey highlights what's our name of the podcast. A lot of grit you talked about, a lot of grind you talked about, and oodles of gratitude you talked about it. So I'm wondering, why did I have to come to the 10th episode to interview you? Why did I not find you before? But I guess that's my journey as well. So thank you
can
so
say
much.
it's the 10th anniversary of your episode. I think 10 has a beautiful number to it. So, alhamdulillah. I mean, one thing that I wanted to highlight as well is that, Deepa, you are a beautiful soul in yourself to be able to see and reflect it. Because at the end, you see the world with the lens you wear, right? And for you to see that beauty in me, or see the composure in me, the greatness in me, I think comes because you are that human yourself. The fact that you're sitting out there actually giving opportunity to the voices like ourselves, so that you can also learn from them at your age, with the humbleness to say, let me go learn from the younger population, shows a lot of wisdom in your end, because you're at the end of the day cutting short your ego, like you're just saying, park the ego, because I really need to amp the game. And that to me is something I'm learning, right? I can see that, if I'm ahead in my life, I would need to learn to, it's called reverse mentoring, like reverse back your age through the people who are living that. So definitely, I'm sure whoever's watching this have to appreciate the host, because I wouldn't be here without your invitation. And there, my gratitude goes up out for you. And definitely, I know that there are times I lose my composure and calmness too. We all have our phases. I want to make it real. But definitely, thank you for highlighting something that I wouldn't see for myself on a day-to-day basis. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
If you like this interview, please don't forget to subscribe by pressing the bell icon and follow us on our social media handles as we talk to more and more micro entrepreneurs who are living their dreams boldly.